Welcome, class of 2024, to Rosemount High School. My name is Will Finley, the 9th grade assistant principal. This year is going to be different, but this year will also have its moments of greatness. And those moments of greatness will come when you lean in. And what I mean by lean in is, listening to me, you might not understand every word that I'm saying, being from Oklahoma. So listen a little closer, pay a little bit more attention, lean in. And that'll also happen in your classrooms as teachers begin to instruct in a variety of different ways throughout this school year. It's important that if you have a question, you lean in. You reach out to your teacher. You don't wait for the response to come from them or to wait to get the result. You lean in. And that's going to be important that you do that throughout this year. And it's imperative that you grow as a young adult throughout this year. These times, they're in front of us, but how we take them on is more important than anything today. Up next, I have Principal Roback. He's going to be touching base on our AAA philosophy and community, which are two of the most important things that make a Rosemount Irish the Rosemount Irish.
Hello, 9th graders, the class of 2024, and welcome to Rosemount High School. My name is Pete Roback, and I am grateful to be the principal of this amazing school. Know that you are entering a learning community which is highly valued and respected, not only locally but across the state. We do really well at providing opportunities for growth, development, and ultimately success in all aspects of our AAA philosophy, that is academics, athletics, and the arts. What do we ask of you? Get involved and make your mark in these three areas. You are all starting new. You literally have a blank slate to develop into a well-rounded scholar, beginning right now, your first day as a 9th grader. The sky's the limit, and you can begin to chart your own path to success. It doesn't matter where you came from, Rosemount Middle School, Scott Highlands Middle School, a private school, a home school, out of district, or somewhere further, because starting today, you are all Rosemount Irish, the class of 2024. Obviously, you are entering Rosemount High School like no other class before you. Please know the health and safety of all of you, of our staff, of our community, is our #1 priority. You will no doubt notice many changes in how we need to be responsible citizens given what we face with this pandemic. You will be inundated with classroom expectations and norms from your teachers and administrators in the days ahead. It is imperative that you all adhere to these changes. Our goal is to make this new learning environment a success so we can have more in-person opportunities moving forward. To be clear and specific, you all must do the following 3 things while here at Rosemount High School. #1, wear your masks properly. #2, keep socially distanced. And #3, wash your hands or use hand sanitizer as frequently as possible. If we can all do these 3 things, we have a great chance to be successful. It will take a community effort to have the needed discipline to do this every day, every single period. But given the strength of the Rosemount High School community, there is no doubt in my mind that we can do this together. I love being the principal of Rosemount High School. You will see me frequently in the hallways, in classrooms, at concerts, plays, and athletic events. The best part of my job is engaging with students and watching all of you in action. I look forward to getting to know as many of you as I possibly can. So finally, what is my biggest advice to you as you start your high school experience? Well, take advantage of this new start. Make learning and academic achievement your top priority. Get involved in at least one co-curricular activity or club, and be a good person. That means treat others with kindness, respect, and empathy. Welcome again, class of 2024. We are so excited to have you a part of the Rosemount High School community.
Thank you, Mr. Roback, for those encouraging and enlightening words for our 9th graders. Next, I'd like to introduce our Student Council President, Mckenna Laurent.
Hello everyone, welcome to Freshman Orientation. My name is Mckenna Laurent and I'm Student Body President this year. I'm so excited that I get to talk with you all today, even though the platform is a little bit different than past years. Obviously, we all know that most things are looking different this year and a lot of things are changing. But I just want to talk to you guys about a few things that I think might make your transition to high school a little bit easier. The first thing I want you all to know is that any uneasy feelings or feelings of anxiety that you might be experiencing right now are completely valid. They are important and they are real. It's okay if you don't feel 100% about this upcoming year. But with those feelings, I want you to remember two things. You are not alone and you are capable. Although you might be feeling overwhelmed right now, it's important that you guys remember how many people are in your corner. Your teachers, the administration, your family, they all want to see you succeed. Please remember that if you are struggling academically, emotionally, there are people that want to help you. Please do not try to carry all of it on your own. I know from experience that the weight can get really heavy and it can break you down a lot faster than you may realize. I've learned throughout the years that asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Please reach out if you need it. But with that, I also want you all to remember that you are completely capable of having a successful year. You need to walk into this year believing in yourself. Remind yourself that you can do hard things. Another important thing, in my opinion, is that this year, now than ever, we all need to remember to meet everyone with kindness, because 2020 has brought along a lot of challenges for people, and you don't know what people are dealing with. Please make an effort to help people and make them feel loved. And finally, even though this year is looking a lot different in many aspects, I encourage you all to engage in what we do have instead of focusing on everything we've lost. Here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Your feelings are valid, you are never alone, you can do hard things, and remember to meet people with kindness. Again, my name is Mckenna Laurent. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions or concerns you may have. I hope you all have a wonderful freshman year.
Thank you, Mckenna. It's imperative that you guys hear from your peers. Up next, we have a video from a graduate of District 196, Ricky Williams.
Growing up, we all had huge dreams. Personally, I wanted to be a doctor, lawyer, or Nicki Minaj. But the older we got, the more we were taught that we couldn't do these things. Our age and lack of experience casted us into the category of mere dreamers. Sofo Archun, in his blog, The Unbounded Spirit, retells the story of the elephant and the string, which highlights the way we limit ourselves. You see, one day a man was passing a group of elephants and he stopped, confused by the fact that these huge creatures were being held by only a light piece of string. No chains, no cages. It was obvious that the elephants could at any time break away from their bonds, but for some reason they did not. He saw the keeper nearby and asked why these animals just stood there and made no attempt to get away. The trainer said, when they were very young and much smaller, we used the same size rope to tie them, and at that age, it is enough to hold them. As they grow up, they are conditioned to believe they cannot break away. They believe the rope can still hold them. So they never try to break free. They dream of freedom, and yes, when they were younger, they couldn't escape, but they have outgrown those boundaries. These animals could at any time break free from their limitations, but because they believed they couldn't, they did not. Like those baby elephants, we have outgrown the shackles that once limited our abilities. We have grown not just physically, but in wisdom, strength, and confidence. We all hold within us the power and strength to break free from the limitations that the world has set upon us. We must only recognize the frailty of our bindings and choose to take that liberating step. I am an 18-year-old black boy from the south side of Chicago. Statistics will tell you, as they have told me, that I am not supposed to be standing here. Boys from where I come from end up in two places: behind bars or in a grave. Society's expectations bound me to one of these two fates. But I chose to take that liberating step and break free. I've been taking public transportation to get to school. This year, That route included 3 buses and a train for a combined 2.5 hours one way, all for a better education. Some days were harder to make it than others, but I still rose, grateful to live another day and determined to fight against these barriers. I willingly broke these ropes tied to my soul that made me feel as if I couldn't do anything. While my story is unique, we all face struggles. High school has given us so many tools that will be useful to our future. Though the rope holding these elephants were thin, it was its mind that gave it strength. What binds you? What makes up your thread? Is it the fear of leaving this building, of leaving home? Is it your race, class, religion, a label that was placed on you early on? Your gender, sexuality? You have a choice to break free. You've got what it takes, but it may take everything that you've got. I now know that I can't be Beyonce, yet don't doubt me. But what I can be is limited only by the strength I give to my bonds. I can be whatever I want to be. Despite what anyone else thinks, we have the power to change the world, but that change must start within you. I will not stand here and pretend these 4 years have been easy. I don't think any of us can say it has been easy, but that is why it was so perfect. We lived, we learned, and we grew. None of us are the same person as we were freshman year. We are imperfect perfections.
I show that video because it talks about perseverance and overcoming obstacles. And we all have different lives, and we all go home to different homes. And in that reality, our worlds all look different. But when we are here in this building, we are one Rosemount. And I want that to stick with you because we're going to always be here for you if you need us. My second phrase to end this presentation will be begin with the end in mind. Again, begin with the end in mind. And what does that mean? If you start something, work at it like you want the result that you're going to get at the end. Think about that. We're starting 9th grade. What is the goal when you start 9th grade? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? What do you hope to accomplish? We have to set those things up today. So begin with the end in mind. So my 2 phrases today, lean in and begin with the end in mind. Keep those in your thoughts as you go throughout your school year, you go throughout your day, you go throughout the next hour. Next, you will be dismissed to period 1. But before you go, I want you to know that if you need anything as a 9th grader, come to my office. I'm your one-stop shop. If you have questions about something, come to my office. Send me an email in Schoology. Send me an email in CoLab. Reach out to me. Remember, lean in. That's how we get results and begin with the end in mind and aspire for greatness.